So, I lost the footage. So essentially, this is future Michael. It's future Sep. Who's Michael? It's me. I'm Michael. Anyways, I lost the footage. It super sucks. We are going into the court case, and we are dealing with Von Karma. Von Karma is a really old man who is very corrupt from what we could tell, to the point where he is telling the judge what to do and just kind of making the case go further and further on until what's her name? Maya kind of has an outburst and she starts getting all rooty tooty. So they get ready to pretty much say it's guilty, kick us out, and that's where we left off. It's not a great recap, but it's been a while since I played it. I should have re-recorded it really soon, but I kind of lost it. It'll be alright. You'll be fine. I believe in you. Alright, bye. Recording. And game. And somebody says, wait. Oh, yeah, it was still you. Sweet.
I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
He's the one with the badge.
Ah! What's the difference?
I'm not a lawyer.
All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Wrong, bitch. Wrong.
What?
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 Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. She stands up. Order! 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 Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Hold the door.
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims.
Man, he's just throwing that word around, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Judge, sustain my objection.
Come on, Judge. Grow a backbone.
Stand up for yourself.
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Somebody told him no twice. Do it a third time and he dies like Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Miss Lana Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right, Mr. Wright, to cross-examine her again.
But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Again.
When I can't do psychic powers, I go to jail.
Glad we didn't call her useless.
Consequences, Mads.
Always consequences.
Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick,
Man, her track record's crazy.
I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya? Oof. But you're supposed to turn into a
Don't worry.
psychic for me.
I'll turn into my sister and come back. They won't know the difference.
They won't. She's taller.
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm running out of time.
Only I can do that.
I'd better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. I talk with my lips pursed because I have a big old beard.
I saw clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth.
That's it? No, I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. That's all she's gonna give me? Crazy. Explain exactly what we see here. Because, I don't know if you were here enough episodes, Kayla, but when it comes to this game, they're very literal with what's happening in pictures and, like, the screen.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where it's like, we were able to find out about that broken fence, like, 3 days before they even talked about it. Which means this is made on purpose. It also looks just like that. So I think, look at that, that's a hand holding a gun. That's it, shot him. But we could press the
I think,
and we might get something.
I think all we can do is try to be like this photo. The photo.
Can you do anything? Yeah, can you do anything other than? We also have her camera.
We do have her camera. Set to automatically take a picture when loud noises is detected faces the lake. And I feel like it might. I don't know if it will happen or not, but if we press it, we might lose HP.
I would, because the photo clearly shows nothing. Like, yes, we see two people on a boat. One of them has a gun, but how could she have seen that it was Edgeworth?
In the middle
because
of the
her
lake.
Right, and her camera is of very high quality, so if it can't catch their faces, how could she, from her car, when she wasn't even, like... She's looking through her car window.
She's a robot. I want to do this. So I will.
Do it.
Got you. I got you, bro. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally.
What? You got what?
You. Look at this photo.
Look at this photograph.
It makes me laugh.
The photo I took?
The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. A penis.
A dick.
The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What? What?
That face.
Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please! Oh shit.
What?
He just admitted to coaching the witness.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. You can't say that.
Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart,
What?
could you see the defendant at night?
Of course! I said I could and I meant I could.
Then please testify as the circumstances of your sighting. I did it! I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
I like how it's not even her testimony, it's Von Karma's.
You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem.
Why is she just lying a lot?
I think she's just
Why
excited
did she-
to be a witness on a case.
I think so.
Just like a southerner. We needed my cousin Vinny to show up and help us out.
Yeah, she's a tourist.
Grits have been mentioned. Vinny would be so helpful.
I like grits.
Me too.
Yeah, why did she have binoculars?
She's a pervert. You use binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. God, okay. Let's see if I can willy-nilly press him.
You're right. It was a cold night, and the mist was thick as grits.
What are grits? So, how could you see Edgeworth?
Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types would never find a gal where I'm from.
Okay. I've met people from the South. I'm from the South. They're dumber than a bag of bricks. I'm sorry. Defense attorneys have no trouble with that as it is. What? Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Finding girls? Judge, we're bros! Nobody loves me. Aww.
So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car.
Your camera? What's that?
What's a camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. And the judge is weak.
Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Binoculars? What is that? Some kind of camera without capturing device?
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that?
You got her.
I've got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
Nope.
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
Now that it's been
No, it's not.
deceived.
It literally took the photos that were the central point to this case, you motherfucker!
It accounts. It accounts for half of my evidence, but it doesn't matter.
You can't say that for certain, Big Hand. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with the line of questioning.
But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
I'll take your lunch
What,
money.
you gonna hold my other friend in contempt of court? What you gonna do?
You
Huh?
you have no more friends. Aw.
Damn.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Yes.
I think we'll lose HP.
I think we should.
Do it.
Kill right. The camera matters.
This is a make it or break it time. The camera is utmost important, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Do not yell at me!
No, you did.
You will not yell at me, Mr. Wright. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. Camera was set up to take pictures of the meteor shower.
And why was it pointing at the lake? Huh? Why?
Miss Hart,
And also the fog. You can't see shit up there.
what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing.
Yeah, well, you see,
I'm a failing student.
Say
I
it.
guess I wasn't
You
thinking
were
too
there for
straight.
40.
Hard.
Mm.
Mr. Wright. I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
That's rude.
Now wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth.
Two things. I don't
No, we-
own a
we haven't-
badger, and she's not that dumb.
Ugh. No unnecessary comments, please.
You're an unnecessary comment.
When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked with my binocular.
If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all?
What do you mean?
Even binoculars can't see the frog.
The frog?
Oh my god, there's frogs
There's a frog
everywhere!
involved?
See, even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him?
I did, yeah.
You liar.
Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony.
I will not
I
allow
only
it.
have doubt for her testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karmic objections I get. I do. I hate it. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do.
You have to present evidence at something. It was not set up to take pictures of a meteor shower.
Right.
Can we show the picture again?
No, show the
Maybe-
camera. It's set up to take pictures based on sound, which a meteor shower would not make.
And it faces the
That's-
lake, not the
That's
sky.
true. Right. Do
Yes. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie.
So says who?
This is me.
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upward to take photos of the star, Miss Hart.
Oh,
Mr. White, what are you driving at? Who gave you the license? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this.
show the newspaper.
Just a selfie. What do you think of this? What do you think of this?
Where's Gordy?
Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article. Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart?
I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy.
Maybe the camera again, because like Caleb
I was
said,
thinking-
it with the noise.
Yeah,
I
the
think
camera
so.
set up this time.
I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it, and no joking around this time, please. What is your proof that witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? When a
Camera
loud
could work.
noise is detected.
Is there any
Yeah.
other-
Because like shooting stars wouldn't make noise.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
I think it has
And
something
she
to
was
do with this
very-
lady.
And she was very proud of the fact that she had a thing for the sound.
Also, you don't even see the sky in the picture.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go with this. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to the article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Not that any of that matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what?
So you've been lying all day. Therefore, you are not a reliable witness. Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Wow.
Boy.
But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. You're Gordy Von Karma. What could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hawk, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please provide your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Because I know where Waldo is. Scratch, 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 scratch. She has lice.
Alright. Well, important for this, like, she's not going to be, like, she's improvising. Like, before Von Karma was coaching her, now she has to think of something herself.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's an idiot.
Actually, I'm not a research student at a university.
Hey, yo, this witness, everything about her is false. Like, can we... I would like to
She's
get rid
lied
of her and strike everything
about
from the
everything.
record.
I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Catfish.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before.
Everything changed.
Yeah.
Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Stop snapping at me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna waste your time until you die, sir.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in your mind. Somewhere deep down.
Ah, that would be a first.
Huh?
I'm about to fucking show you, sir.
Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright? If there is no problem with the testimony at the time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at the time. At that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
There's a whole other witness.
Yes,
What
Your
the
Honor.
fuck?
Yeah.
But he's a secret witness. And it's Mia and Maya's mother who lived this whole time.
No, wait. It was our friend. It was Larry Butts.
Oh my god. It's going to be butts. That's going to be hilarious, actually.
Actually, I'm not a research student at a university.
Man,
I'm an investigative photographer.
I'm going to press this and he's going to be like, just what are you? And she's like, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Then what manner of person are you?
I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything.
Yep.
An investigative photographer.
An investigative photographer?
Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what?
What?
They didn't pay you.
There was a UFO just hanging in the sky.
Oh my god.
A UFO?
You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer.
I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. but I guess.
Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster.
Is Gordy really all that newsworthy?
Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV!
I'm not sure that appearing on a local news rumor of the month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. That was Caleb.
Hey. They all had a picture of him in the newspaper. For real!
You're right. This is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Yes, Your Honor. He's like, Mr. Wright, please, I'm so tired of hearing about UFOs.
That's why I was camping out by the lake.
Can you call it camping? You were in a van. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera?
Yep. Borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang...
It snaps a shot.
Yep.
TK, stay on the game or get off. Let's see. Where's my friend list? Do not disturb. So how many pictures has it taken so far?
The only time the camera triggered was that night.
But there were two
Yeah,
shots.
but how many times?
That's
Right,
all I
'cause
was
when
hiding.
Maya did it, it was...
A million.
Yeah, it triggered a bunch.
I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake.
Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors.
Competitors?
Yeah! Second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop.
Just like me. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually...
Oh.
Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. Bitch.
When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. Not true.
Exactly what sort of sound was it?
I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot.
We're in America, and
You're
from
Southern
the
and
South?
you've never heard... You've never heard a gunshot?
She's a Yankee this whole time. They've never heard gunshots either. People from the New York section.
It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected.
Like a party popper.
There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time.
Pervert.
That would mean that she looked around first.
There wasn't much else to look at?
Yep.
I don't know if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat.
What do I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness. Continue.
No.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot.
Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time?
Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore neither.
She had to have been looking to know that. Because she must have been looking for ripples for Gordy.
I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Something.
You gotta present evidence somewhere.
What evidence do we have again?
I think it's gotta be... I think it's gotta be that one. Because she had to have looked somewhere else to know that. No, not that one. Bummer.
This is where
there's part of...
This is where the popper was. Can you guys see my mouse?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is where the popper was. And it... How loud was... The popper, we did the popper right next to it.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if it would even work all the way over here.
Okay, but
Mm-mm.
also there's
it's the
a whole
only
ass
sound.
other section of beach in the very top right corner that she wouldn't have been able to see because
Yeah.
there's
Mhm.
rocks and trees in the way.
Nah, that's never gonna come
Someone
up.
could have been over there.
So yeah, we could use the map as evidence, but on which one?
I looked straight out
Um,
at the lake.
Straight out. Yeah.
There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time.
I
And I saw a
I
flash
don't
near
think
one of
she
them.
was looking at the boat.
Yeah, but what kind of evidence can we give to disprove that?
Well, it seems like if we put the article, it's not really about the article, it's just about Gordy. Like,
Yeah. Her camera would have been here.
Yep.
Pointing out.
Mhm.
Like, if the boat
Right.
was here, so if anybody was over here, they would have got a shot off. It would be like, whee!
But also, like, she can't see the boat rental. Like, there's
Yeah,
a
she
good
also
chunk of
can't
the
see
shore
over
that I
here.
don't think she can see.
yeah.
It
And I think
was
this was
Miles Edgeworth's evil twin who shot the defense attorney man. And whenever Miles ran away, he threw the gun in. And they are twins, which means they have the same fingerprints.
Not how fingerprints work, but
That's exactly how fingerprints work.
Mm.
I think the map might be our best bet.
There wasn't much else to look at. We have
I mean,
HP
I
to
think
play
it's-
with.
Yeah.
go to the one where she was saying that she looked like across, like, I don't know.
I looked right straight out at the lake.
I don't know. So I feel like the map should be useful. I just don't know which of these.
Yeah, what's annoying
best
is
to use.
these three could just work. Mostly these two.
What?
Hmm.
Okay. Hmm.
Something about the bang. And then the map.
I
We have-
mean,
We have HP to work with. I could try them both. Hopefully our HP comes
there's
back
also
on day
still
2.
the fog in the way.
I would like your binoculars to
Like-
be put in evidence. She's like, here's my binoculars, and she pulls out a hunting rifle with a scope. Alright, overhead
I
map.
mean,
I will present it.
maybe if we, yeah, go. Let's see what happens. Probably gonna get yelled at.
This, fuck. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in your statement, Your Honor. How exactly is the evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't. Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that the judge won me any points with the judge. Oh boy!
I think that one's weird. I think that one's the weird. The voices.
The voices.
Yeah. I think that's definitely the spot we have to press.
There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she wasted any time looking at the boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. I think that's the one with the evidence, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which means
Yeah.
I will try one more time. Nope.
Maybe the.
What is
maybe
the article
maybe
say
if
again?
you. It's about Gordy, but it seems to be like we keep showing her to be like Gordy. So maybe this is like, hey, weren't you looking for Gordy?
Yeah.
Because why would you waste time looking at a boat if you were trying to look for the lake monster?
Yeah, you would have been looking everywhere in the lake for any kind of sight of it.
Especially if she's doing this for money.
This one's harder than the others. I think. Let's see, we lose 2 HP per. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 more tries. Oh. Let's present some evidence. I'll present both. This evidence is not correct.
Oh.
But what about this evidence? I'm flailing. Ah, music stopped. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
No, what's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it.
Well,
Yeah, but you're not normal.
Not normal.
I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. You fucking stupid freak.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take pictures of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any signs of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Oh.
Order! Continue, Mr. Wright.
Hell yeah. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well?
Well, now that y'all mention,
Oh my god.
I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat? Crazy.
Sorry, y'all.
God, she would so go to jail for like a week. Just straight up lying in court. Over and over again.
I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all. Kind of got excited.
Yeah.
I was sure I was watching that boat. Till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey! You got the photograph, you got proof!
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and... Ooh. Witness. That's enough.
Hey, Judge.
No, it's not.
Hey, Judge, just so you know, you're allowed to say, continue.
Yeah.
You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
That is not appropriate language for court.
Shut my what?
What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
Yeah, she said that she was going to improve it.
She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell the photo who's shooting. That's why she says she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality, it might, but should let us see who's who. See? She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it?
Oh my god, I'm sucked into the void. Help!
I'm dying!
Help! Help!
I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse.
Yeah, it's just Edgeworth holding his dick.
They were having a gay moment, and they were like, no, it's 2003! You can't do this to me!
I thought the fog was covering everything.
Make her show the enlargement.
That's not the only thing enlarged
Well.
on this lake.
Poppycock now. Hmm?
Miss Hart, look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
You enlarged this photograph, did you not? It's so laughable. Makes.
Yeah, I did.
Why has the enlargement not been presented to the court? Because I said so.
But because it does not exist. I ripped it up.
She just said it does.
What are you talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place.
Ah, yeah, I love a snitch.
Mm-hmm.
You old fool!
Mm-hmm.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Ms. Hart, show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. She's like, yeah, sure, it's in my pocket.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
What?
I bet you would.
Objection denied. The witness
Damn
will
right,
show
Judge,
the
that's right.
enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
Just as we're straight up shooting. Hey, these people ain't got no hair. It couldn't be Edgeworth. He
We
has
still
mad.
can't tell who.
They also have the same coat on. We still cannot see who's firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I will accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record, taken automatically on 12/25 at 12:15 a.m.
Happy now, Mr. Wright.
Yes.
There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement.
Ah,
What
yeah.
a caring dom.
That's me on my next Tinder date. I'm gonna put that in my bio.
And little good it has done for any of us. That's why I requested she not show it.
I suppose this means that the cross-examination.
Is over, obviously.
Clack. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time.
Good.
Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Like neither.
But none of those
Somebody-
things were true.
Nothing
Yeah,
here
somebody who
was
tells the truth.
decisive. We had a lying witness and a bunch of hidden evidence. Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait,
Ow!
wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo, otherwise, this is bad, real bad. What should I do? I object to the enlargement. Show other
No.
evidence.
What evidence do we have?
No other evidence. The map showing that. Okay, my idea. I don't know. Wait, does the gun match the gun that's in the photo?
Ooh. Hold on, wait. That's being held in
A left
that
hand.
person's.
Left
Yeah.
hand.
Hold on. Do
And
we
what were the
have
prints that were on the thing?
Edward's right
The
hand?
autopsy.
Ah, we have evidence.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Object to the enlargement first.
No.
Because-
Show other evidence.
Because it's the enlargement that
No,
we're going to object.
No. No. The enlargement is giving us the proof that we need. The evidence is the gun.
Blah. Wait, Your Honor, this evidence.
I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence.
No, it's literally our job.
Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence, but this enlargement, I see no point in retracing our steps. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Aha! Object to the enlargement. I'm the genius here.
Sorry.
Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. He's crooked. It's hanging a little to the left.
What might that be? Mr. Wright, you're at half HP. You better fucking be careful. You will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show this judge what's strange about this photo. Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what?
This man's left hand does what? Left.
Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. He has two left hands, actually. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. It's a lot of heart.
Yes.
Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene the court of law. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
I don't give a fuck. That's
Precisely.
not my job.
If we cannot find the real shooter, then Edgeworth must go by default because he's the only suspect. That's how law works.
It's how the
Guilty
law
till
works,
proven innocent.
Monkey, it's how it works.
As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night.
That was Lada. I think she did it.
Who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
'Twas Larry.
Where? Just throw them under the bus.
I mean, Edgeworth said he thought he
could.
shot it himself.
We could try to spin it as a side. At least he doesn't have time to get more evidence.
I think
Maybe.
that Larry did a little popper. The guy got scared, pulled the gun, or shot the gun and hit himself. Right in the heart. Oh my god, it's the end of the day. There's no way we can lose 3 different times. I'll just say the victim. There's only one explanation remaining. We don't even know Larry was there that last night. We thought he was on a date. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. He was suicidal. Can't say that on YouTube.
I mean, he could have felt guilty after 15 years of killing his dad.
Yeah, but shooting yourself in the chest is so hard.
Yeah. Without hitting bone.
Order. So you are saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
'Twas me.
You've never been sorry a day in your life.
But suicide is out of the question.
Oh?
What?
Did you know the victim?
An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot.
It was a 22. Don't make me get DMH in here. The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
Big boat.
They were literally standing right next to each other. They could.
A meter. A meter.
But there's a lot of distance after further than a meter.
Yeah.
Like, it could literally have been from anywhere.
A meter.
Yeah, if it's at least
Meteor.
3 feet, that's way past where the other person was already.
The only thing I can.
Are you trying to get to a shooting star?
Yeah.
Mr. Meteor?
Meter.
Over there?
Meteor. I'm over here petting. I'm like petting Monkey while I'm saying this too. I'm like, meteor. Sometimes I'm like, having a camera would be very funny, but it's also a lot of work editing. Meteor. I'm just petting Monkey. She's like, I think
There's no way. There's no way it could have been suicide.
Yeah. You see all these people, all their arms outstretched? Everybody got freakishly long arms in this world. I'm all sassy. Look at me all propped up.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Or are you making it up?
Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Of course.
Did you?
Sometime on the 24th or 25th, shot from approximately 1 meter away. How come the autopsy report hasn't changed to the 25th?
Why does it say shot from 1 meter away if it has...
It was shot by a Navy SEAL in the water, dressed up as Gordy.
I see. Where am I? Very well, allow me to state my opinion. One moment. I gotta get this. Hold on. It's very important. No! God damn it! Wrong.
What happened?
What happened?
I was gonna take a picture of Ellie because she had her head stuck in a box.
Oh God, I thought we lost all the footage for a second.
Honestly, same.
I turn on my camera and it stutters and she just chirps and comes out of the box scratching her ear and
Aw.
get back in that box. God damn it. I never get any good pictures around here. I have thousands of pictures of these cats on my phone.
Very well, allow me to state my opinion.
We don't do opinions here, Judge.
Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However,
The prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum.
therefore I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Super Saiyan?
That is all. The court is adjourned.
So, we just said it wasn't him, correct? We could just say not guilty. That's the goal. December 26th.
No, we have to
That's
find the
never cool.
actual shooter.
Someone has to go to jail.
Or else. This is why there's so many people in prison. December 26th, 1:15 p.m. That was a close one. Who am I talking to? Ah, Edgeworth, my boy. Hey. Don't you have anything to say?
No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right?
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
but
You should.
what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? That shooter was about a meter away, too. About.
There was a second boat.
Gordy had a gun.
Gordy had a gun.
What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him.
This guy does not believe you. Look at that smile. I was just kidding around. It's so funny to talk about how you almost murdered that man.
Tell us what happened. Why were you out on the boat?
Look, I'm gonna go check on Maya. My child, I guess.
Right.
What?
Tell her something for me.
What?
Thank you.
Tell her to watch what she says in court.
Alright, that's as close to a thank you as you can get.
Honestly,
Yeah, that's all.
A cutie patootie.
just say it meant a lot to you.
But then he'll explode. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I think it might. I don't know what the future games hold. I've only ever done a little bit of this first game before we start playing this series. I want the judge to be defended by me. I requisitioned the transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. She only... The monkey, I need you to move. You're fat. You're chunky. So the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Literally. Alright, strike everything except for when she said bang. Bang. I heard two sounds like gunshots just after midnight on 12/25. To be continued.